Previously on Fly with the Guy.
Eventually we're gonna be on year 30, okay? And we'll probably still be on YouTube. Me. But they're currently setting up for the Made in America Festival, so.
Okay, y'all, so Brandon is sick. I'm gonna zoom in on him.
If you like the video, like the video. If you didn't like it, keep it to yourself.
I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade out. Now these
Alright, good morning you all. So, back in the airport, first trip of September. We are going out on a 4-day. Kind of excited about this 4-day because it's high credit, but it's super easy. 2 legs the first day, 2 legs the second day, 2 legs the third day, 1 leg on go home day. East Coast layovers, West Coast layovers. Yeah, we're kind of out here. Just 2 legs today. We go down to Cancun and then we go up to take a guess to where I'll lay over at tonight. If you say Newark, you are correct. But plane just got clean and serviced, so we're about to get on really quick, do our checks, and start boarding. Alright, so we have made it to Cancun, y'all. That flight is always super fast. And I'm the only original person from the trip still on the trip. Everyone else has either picked it up from somebody or got called from it or all these other things. So that's interesting. Didn't have a chance to eat, so I'm about to eat right now, but they're also about to start cleaning, so I'm about to go. Yeah. I don't know what the flight time is to Newark, but this one is typically over 3 hours. So I was smart this time and didn't pack a bunch of fruit and meat because I knew I was going through the international leg first. So we had a whole bunch of processed stuff in the bag. And I do have an apple, but I want to eat the apple with some peanut butter in the next flight so that it can be long by the time I get to Newark, because they be tripping. Like, tripping. Alright y'all, so we have finally made it to New Jersey 2 hours later than we were supposed to get here. So that was wild, like easy day, like going into Cancun, coming out of Cancun. We ended up getting rerouted because there was weather over like the whole New Jersey, New York area, which added like time onto our flight. But when I tell you we landed into the storm and it was so turbulent, like, you know, we're just up there like, we chilling. The passengers were like low-key freaking out. You know, like when we were having those just like dips in the cabin, like the full-blown, everyone screaming, just hysterical. But we're here, and then it was just like torrential downpour, but luckily the kid had the umbrella. So I was good, and I was able to share my umbrella with some United Senior Mamas who was kind of over there struggling. That was my good deed of the day. And I was able to keep all my food. I did not have to throw away any food coming through customs, so that was that. I have missed my Sunday upload. I missed my Tuesday upload. I need to get this video out, so I'm about to sit down and do that right away, even before I unpack the room, because it's late and I want to get that out to you all. So much to do, so little time. Alright you all, so I just finished eating. I am about to take some Mucinex for the night so that it can continue to break up all that we have going on here. We originally had like a 13-hour layover, but I think because of how delayed we were getting back, that that's probably closer to like 12, maybe 11 something. I know we have a 7 o'clock van for a 7:45 show in the morning, so I don't think I'm gonna call it a night because, yeah, I'm a little pooped and we have 2 long flights tomorrow, so I will see you all in the morning. Good morning, frequent flyers. So this is day 2 of our 4-day trip. You all, that cold medicine I took, plus that rain against my window pane, okay, put me out. And I slept straight to like 5 something this morning. I did wake up in the middle of the night because I didn't have my do-rag on. And I'm not trying to mess up these twists this early, so I woke up and put that on. But we just have 2 flights today. We're flying Newark to Dallas, Dallas to Vegas, and then we will be done. So I'm trying to get down here to get my ice packs, maybe grab some breakfast, and we'll go to work. I just came downstairs and got ready, and our flight that was supposed to leave at 8:30 this morning is now delayed to 1:23. I did not know we were delayed. No, I could have still been asleep. Yeah. Right, so we have made it back to the same hotel room that I just left you all. So I don't know what it was that this morning I didn't think to check my schedule, but yeah, our flight for today that was supposed to leave at 8:30 has been delayed until 1:23 p.m. That's like a 5-hour delay. And so I went downstairs, and crew members who were leaving out last night when we were coming in were downstairs in the lobby, and I'm like, hey, are y'all heading home? And they're like, no, we have been here. They have been stuck in the lobby since like 1 a.m. I feel so bad for them. They were supposed to fly out last night. You all know how crazy it was last night. Like, real crazy. But anyway, they got to the airport at like 9, and they were at the airport until 1 p.m. when they finally just delayed their flight until later today. Apparently the airport like flooded. It was a whole Titanic scene going on at Newark Airport yesterday, but I'm assuming all departures are backed up because there's a UA crew downstairs that was supposed to be on the 7 a.m. shuttle with us. They were trying to get in contact with their scheduling because their flight has been delayed as well. And the funny thing is, you all, when we as crew members see, oh, our flight is delayed, we can't just be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna stay at the hotel. We have to like kind of get permission. Like, you gotta hear from the company or the scheduling or whatever for them to be like, okay, we're gonna change your report time, because they expect for you to still report at the regular time until they contact you. So I'm back here. Our new report time is 12:33. So that means 11:30, 12 o'clock shuttle. I'm about to get back out this uniform. All right, you all. Redress. Take 2. Conditions are much better. Let's go to work. Okay, so we are at the airport, nice and early, you all. If you could have saw the scene of just like the number of people on cots like camped out in the airport. I didn't film it because, you know, humanity or whatever. But now we're just waiting. Who knows what's going to happen, but I think this trip is cursed. I really do think this trip is cursed. It's something about every time I work this city pair of Vegas, Dallas, Newark, there's always an issue. So who knows what's really going to happen. So we have made it to Vegas. What a day. I think I forgot to tell you all that. Let me come back in the light. I think I forgot to tell you all that we were working a through flight today, so we had passengers stay on board, so I couldn't come and talk in between. But we made up some a decent chunk of time on the flight from Newark to Dallas. That one was easy. That Dallas to Vegas was a straight up party flight. I mean, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, friend trips, just all kinds of things. And when I tell y'all, they drank us out of liquor. Like, everything except for 3 minutes. We basically, in the last 30-40 minutes of flight, we're like, yeah, we don't have any more alcohol. Like, it's gone. I think we had White Claws left. Nothing else to report there. I am just mentally exhausted, and I'm trying to take this time right now to wind down so that I can actually enjoy this layover. But it was real. Like, we had a girl, she fell coming out the bathroom, just like cut off. It was just everything and nothing was happening. I met some teachers who just took some time off work. I'm like, the school year just started, y'all already need a break. It was like, I just can't do it. So I met some teachers, so we were chit-chatting, and then I met, like I told you, this whole bachelor party who were trying to like get me to come out with them tonight, because you know, they like, oh my God, you so handsome, you so cute, are you single? My friend over here single. I'm like, listen, don't tempt me with a good time, but I value my job. I do this all the time. Like, what's up? But yeah, no, we are just waiting for the show to come pick us up. I'll get to the hotel. I think we're staying at the same hotel that I stayed at in this vlog, so I probably won't do another room tour. Just was here. I'll be here quite a bit this month, and yeah, tired, y'all. I'm about to text and see who is in Vegas tonight. Good morning, you all. This is day 3 of our 4-day trip. This is when I should be going home. That's the beauty of the 3-day. It's like, okay, 2 overnights and you go home. But no. We are working 2 flights today, boomeranging it. So we are working Vegas to Dallas, Dallas to Newark, you know, King of Newark, back again. But we have like a 20-hour layover, so I'm hoping to be able to get into something, because last night, I thought I took the non-drowsy version of my medication. I took the drowsy version of my medication, so I had some wings and some fries, and I was like out. And then my body woke up at like 3 o'clock, like 3:30, because that was like 6:30 on the East Coast. So my body was like, all right, time to get up. So I just got up because I'm going right back to the East Coast, so I just wanted to keep my body on East Coast time. So, I mean, it kind of worked out because I feel so much better than I felt the last couple of days. So I think my body just needed rest, and it's okay to listen to your body. Every layover does not have to be hype. So that's that. I'm about to go downstairs because we do get free breakfast here. Sit down, eat some breakfast, respond to some comments, put out 2 videos today. Well, no, I put out 2 videos this week, like back to back, a vlog and a plan with me. And so respond to those comments, and I need to place a massive Amazon order because I need to refresh some flight attendant things, and I want to bring you all an Amazon Essentials video. So I'm going to place that order, schedule a haircut because, woo, we're overdue, y'all. And that's going to be that. Let's go to work. Alright, y'all, so we have made it onto the plane. I'm just sitting here enjoying a blended cookies and cream iced coffee. Well, it's not iced coffee, it's blended coffee with cookies and cream. That's good. I'm gonna have to work off these calories later. But I think I already told y'all what we're doing today. 2 flights. We're actually going out of the E gates here in Vegas. I'm so used to going out of the D gates. The E gates is right through security, so that part is nice. Are we briefing? Anyway, I swear this trip has been cursed, so I hope that all things go decent today. How's your drink? Have you tried it?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah.
So I told you all that one person called out, I think, or dropped the trip or something. But they split up one position, and we've had a different, like, they split up the position amongst so many different people. So this is a 4-day. So we had one flight attendant that worked with us from the Miami, Cancun, Newark. And then she was done. She was Miami-based. Then yesterday, we got a Philly-based flight attendant that worked the Newark to Dallas. And he was done. And then we got, hide the good stuff! Alright, you all, so we have made it to Dallas. This was a through flight, but everyone got off, so that's why I can talk to you all now. Our one position that's been floating the whole time, that person got off. Lucky for her, she was just working here and deadheading back, but she lives in Dallas, so she was just able to work here and deviate from the deadhead and already be at home. So she's like, I'm going to my car, I'm going home. And then our new D, the same one from yesterday, he's on here now, and so he'll be working back to Newark with us, and he'll be with us tomorrow for the last leg from Newark to Miami. And then I think he deadheads back to base in Philly. A lot of confusion, but yeah, y'all, we've been chilling. I have been listening to Drake's new album because that came out, what was it, yesterday or something like that? And that's really good. Like, Poppy's Home, it has to be my #1 favorite song on that album right now. Alright, you all, so I have made it to Newark, and ironically, I am back in this same room that I was in 2 days ago. Whatever night we was here in the vlog, yeah, the first night. Yeah, when we were in Dallas, we got everybody boarded up. There was a slight maintenance delay. So once we got that taken care of, we had to do a crew swap before that. We got our new D. Well, the one from day 2 is back. And the 4 of us is an all-male crew at this point. The camaraderie was just like great. Like we all get along, and it's really easy to be around each other, so we just crack jokes and talk like the entire time. But yeah, we worked the flight here, the flight from Dallas to Newark. Folks were very pleasant. Folks were thirsty, let's just say that. Not as thirsty as the Vegas flight, but no, it was good. It was a good night all around, you know, nothing to report really. It was easy. And now we're here, and we were supposed to have 20 hours worth of a layover here. I think now we are down to, we're down to 1950 something. We have a 5 p.m. van tomorrow for a 5:29 report time at the gate. So there is time to get things done, but first things first, I have to find some food, you all. I didn't do a really good job of meal prepping for this trip because I didn't know how that little custom situation was gonna go on day 1. So yeah, like I had to buy dinner last night, and now I need to buy dinner again. I ate pretty much all of my food come between the 2 flights today, so we're out of food. Luckily, all the places I'm at give us free breakfast, but you know, lunch and dinner have to kind of be accounted for at this point. Alright, good morning, you all. So it's much later in the day. I'm finally getting up. Open these blinds and let the sunlight in. I wanted to sleep in, so you all have seen this hack from me, and I'm sure other people, how you block the light from the shades by using the skirt hangers from your closet and just clip the shades open. It's the best way to prevent that little streak of light from coming in and waking you up. It's a really good technique, especially when you work red-eye flights and you get in at 7 a.m., but you need to tell your body it's nighttime so you go to sleep. And that's outside. So today, no plans. Like, I'm gonna stop, reset, refocus. I am gonna go work out though. So I'm gonna go to the gym downstairs and do that. I'll probably eat lunch because breakfast over, and yeah, just chill out, edit some videos. I think I want to batch edit today and get like 3 or 4 videos completely edited and just ready to go out when they're ready to go out, so that's one thing off the table for me. And then yeah, I need to sit down and see what else I have to do for September, because I loosely planned when I did my plan with me video, but I need to actually like detail plan and like text my friends in all the group chats and be like, what do we really have scheduled? What is really going this month? What am I missing? So that I know. That's gonna be that. And I'll probably see y'all when it's time to go to work. All right, you all, a couple of hours later, we are dressed, ready to go to work. This is finally go home day, day 4 of 4. not really feeling the 4 days, but we just have the one leg from Newark to Miami, and we should be done about 9 o'clock tonight. The crew is the same as yesterday, so I hope this trip that has been cursed is no longer cursed, and today just goes as planned. Wish me luck. Let's go to work. So we have made it back to Miami. I had an amazing crew. I can talk about them now because it's over. But this one right here, Senior Papa, brought everybody pizza. We had a pizza party. Alright, you all, so back in Miami, the curse trip is over. Nothing to report. We ended up landing 55 minutes early this evening, which is great. I always tell people, I'm like, look, kudos to our captain for getting us here 55 minutes early. Keep that in mind, the next time we might be 55 minutes late, okay? But I'm just waiting for the shuttle on the curb because when it rains, they don't pick us up out there, they pick us up on the curb. I had an amazing crew. Shout out to one of my crew members who brought everybody pizza. That was dope because we had a pizza party during the flight. And yeah, I mean, oh, here's the shuttle. We'll debrief a little bit more in a second. All right, so I got into the car. It's raining. Haven't dealt with rain since the first night when we were in the hurricane in Newark. But we're good. We're done. We're off. You all, I'm at such peace right now, like with work-wise. Like a lot of things were put really into perspective. Like, you know, I just hit my 2-year anniversary last Saturday, so a week ago. So I'm on year 3 now. And I told you all that a new hire was called, that was Orlando based, was called to work on our trip. And so I really got to, you know, we were working together for the whole 4 days. So you really get to kind of know somebody in 4 days or whatever. And it was just interesting because, like, I was just able to really drop so many different gems and just tidbits, like, you know, just on him over the course of the trip, you know, the same way, like, people poured into me when I was a new hire. You know, I was telling him, he was like, oh my God, how do you know that? Or how you, like, how do you just know all this? And I'm like, yo, it just, part of it came with experience, but part of it was just wisdom that was passed on to me that I kind of felt inclined to, like, pass on to others. So that was really dope. It just really put a different perspective on, like, where I'm at in my flight attendant career right now. Sorry, plane's landing. I've been working for 11 days straight. So I had this 3-day trip, followed by this 2-day that turned into a 3-day, followed by this 4-day trip. So, oh my gosh, it feels like so many days that we've been working. But nonetheless, it is all over. I was supposed to have 2 days off and start a 2-day trip on the 7th, but I've traded that 2-day trip on the 7th for a 4-day trip that starts on the 6th. So tomorrow will be 1 day off, and then I'll go back on another 4-day trip. Y'all know how we like to roll. So yeah, that's gonna be that. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see you all the next time. Peace.